Welcome back to Britain's Rare Guitars. As you can see, I'm somewhere real special today in Cheltenham at ATB Guitars. Now ATB Guitars is owned by Mike Long. How you doing, Mike?
I'm very well, thank you, Gareth.
Good. Well, Mike, you're obviously a fantastic collector. You've got all these lovely instruments around. How did you get started?
Well, it started many years ago when I was at university. I've always been into guitars. I've always liked vintage guitars. And I guess one of the pivotal moments for me at university was when Cheap Trick came to play. I was on the university Ents committee and I had access to backstage. And Rick Nilsson was there, the guitarist from Cheap Trick, who brought with him a raft of guitars, vintage Fender, Blackguards, Strats, Carina Vs, 59 Les Pauls, and he was very kind. He took the time to show me his collection, explained what everything was, and
he brought all those guitars for one gig?
Just for one university gig, yeah. Nice. About 30 of them, and I couldn't believe it. But I think from that moment I was hooked, and that became my passion.
So what was the first vintage guitar that you bought then?
I think the first vintage guitar, again at Leicester, was a 59 Les Paul Junior, which I bought for the princely sum of £325.
And the juniors weren't actually that popular back then, were they?
No, they weren't. No, everyone was after the Les Paul Strats, so the juniors were relatively affordable. So
you've started off collecting. So how did you get to this lovely guitar lounge that we're in now?
So from 1999, I've been doing guitars almost exclusively, and I've been doing it from my front room and from a storage unit.
Not the most practical way of doing it. Yeah.
Not at all. And as my thirst and enthusiasm for guitars grew and my collection grew as well, it just became totally impractical to carry on like this. So a year ago I started looking for new premises. It was difficult finding the right sort of premises. Then all of a sudden this came on the market. I had a bit of a battle for it, but eventually I got it and moved in straight away, and we've been here for 4 months now.
Okay, Mike, so over the years you've got to have some stories for us about these instruments. Tell us one of those.
Yes, there's been lots of stories. One which has happened only just recently actually is the acquisition of this very lovely 1963 Fender Stratocaster.
The one on the left there?
The one on the left in original Olympic white, yes. That was bequeathed to the son of the original owner after he sadly died, I believe about 4 years ago. But they didn't know what it was. They had it basically in a cupboard for 4 years until somebody did a bit of research on it, found out that it might be something quite valuable, and then I was introduced to these people from a friend and met the son. He brought it down here, we had a good look at it. He was a very, very pleasant guy, very humble, and was totally amazed about how valuable it actually was.
Wow, and, so from 4 years not knowing what it was?
Yes, I just thought it was an ordinary guitar, not worth much at all.
And that was a
63 Olympic white Fender Stratocaster.
Wow. Welcome back. I've got the 1963 Fender Stratocaster. Now I normally play a Strat, it's my go-to guitar, but this one, I'm really curious about how it's going to sound, so let's get stuck in. Wow, it plays like a dream. Wouldn't know that was 50 years old. This is phenomenal. Well worth the money, well worth the investment. Love it. Mike, can I take it home?
No.
Oh, it's a gorgeous thing.